Hey guys, happy June 1st. A new month is here. Summer is upon us soon in a couple of weeks, right? It'll be the first day of summer. In today's video, I've got a few monthly fails and some favorites to share with you. As a reminder, I do these videos monthly of my favorites, just kind of rapid fire reviews. I also include some lifestyle things like movies, books. So if you like that type of video, I'm gonna link some of my others down below in the description box, and they're all saved in a playlist if you wanna binge on to see what I've liked and disliked from month to month. Anyways, getting into it, Erricone MD sends me PR from time to time, and I find Erricone MD is a brand that actually has quite a few good skincare products in my personal experience using them. Their ingredients oftentimes are relatively research-backed for cosmeceutical ingredients. They are on the expensive side, and not every product is a win. So this is one that was sent to me. It is from their high potency hyaluronic intensive line. They have a cream, but this is the hydrating serum. Now I have used this actually well over a month now. I've been trying it off and on. Let's talk about the ingredients. It has DMAE in it, which is an analog of choline, and DMAE is thought to have some anti-inflammatory properties. There are actually some studies showing skin benefit when applied topically in a gel form in terms of smoothing out wrinkles, fine lines, and improving lip fullness. Some of the research is mixed. It's not perfect. The study was like split-faced, which has many pitfalls. I actually have a video on DMAE if you want to check that out. It is an older video. But yeah, anyways, it's in quite a few skincare products. It's thought to have a skin firming effect, maybe because it helps pull water into the stratum corneum, the top layer of the skin. And anyways, my understanding of the ingredient, I'm not a cosmetic chemist, but my understanding of the ingredient is that it's actually kind of tricky to work with because of its pH requirements. It's an ingredient that needs to be at a higher pH, which can be pretty irritating for the skin. Most moisturizers and moisturizing products are, an acidic pH, which is more favorable to the skin. So I'm not sure about that in terms of this product, but anyways, so it had that and I was intrigued to try that. It's also got several forms of hyaluronic acid, another humectant that helps with pulling hydration to the top layers of the skin that can have a wrinkle smoothing effect, and also just helps with the natural turnover of the skin barrier. Your skin naturally exfoliates a lot better if it's hydrated, if the stratum corneum has good water content. It also has niacinamide, as do so many products. I love niacinamide. It's good for redness. It's got anti-wrinkle benefit. There's a car horn going off in the distance. I apologize. It also can help with oiliness. It's got a multitude of benefits that we've talked about ad nauseum, but many people find it irritating. I'm not sure what percentage of niacinamide is included in this product, and I say that because sometimes brands put high percentages and that tends to be even more irritating. Anyways, this has spermidine in it, which, as it sounds, is an ingredient that is found in sperm, but is also found in cheese and also corn, mushrooms. It's a polyamine that's been shown to be helpful for wound healing. This product's also got some peptides. Acetyl tetrapeptide 11 and acetyl tetrapeptide 9. Those are peptides that in skincare may help with improving collagen synthesis, improving water binding ability within the skin, and having a skin smoothing effect. So I was really excited to try this, excited they sent it to me. It is not inexpensive at $129 for 2 ounces. For me, this product has just kind of performed like a basic lightweight moisturizer, but I will say it does leave my skin very sensitive, and I suspect that maybe perhaps, although I'm not sure, it may be perhaps related to something with the pH of the product, maybe because of that DMAE. I'm really just guessing at this point, but all that to say, I did find that my skin was just very sensitive and more redness prone when using this. I would take a break from it, that would go away, return to using it to give it another go, and the same thing. So I think it's just this combination of ingredients. I can see how, while on paper they seem good, if you really think about it, All of that hydrating effect may enhance penetration of other things. If there's a pH tweak here and there, maybe it's making it unfavorable for the health of the skin barrier, making me more prone to sensitivity and making me more prone to sensitivity and irritation and redness. So I cannot recommend this. If it caused that degree of sensitivity for me, there's a chance that that will happen with somebody else out there. I have pretty tough skin. I try out a lot of products and this type of thing rarely, if ever, happens. I didn't experience any breakouts or any patches of dryness, just very sensitive skin to the touch, to water, coming in contact with it when like I got in the shower. Also when I got out of the shower, my cheeks were a lot more red when using this. So those are kind of indicators that my skin is just getting a little bit too sensitive with this. So it was a fail for me. Let me know in the comments if you have tried that. They have a cream version, which you know, I suspect would lead to the same issues, but the ingredients are really good. It doesn't have any fragrance. Another product that left my skin incredibly sensitive was this Hello Sunday, the mineral sunscreen. This is a tinted mineral sunscreen, and I reviewed it for you guys in a recent video on sunscreens, but this was very drying. I mean, putting it on, it just felt like my skin was being pulled down. It kind of just felt very dry, tight, and after taking it off, it left my skin feeling a lot more sensitive, including after, you know, taking a good break from this. So I want to make it clear, I wasn't using these really at the same time, so I think they both independently left my skin very sensitive. This was odd, you know, I don't really have issues with sensitivity, but this product, I don't know what it was. It just was very drying. It reminded me of my experience with the Australian Gold Botanical Tinted Mineral Sunscreen. I tried out for you all many years ago, did the same thing for me. Just a very matte formula that was just too drying for me. And the other thing I did not care for about this, you know, I was glad to see it was a tinted sunscreen. The iron oxides in tinted sunscreens, they may offer some protection against those wavelengths of blue light or visible light that come from the sun and can really drive hyperpigmentation, especially in medium to deep skin tones. The tint on this is more suitable for very pale skin types. You know, it's kind of barely noticeable. You still get a white cast with it, but I found that this product overall went on very streaky and was difficult to blend out. It was not, just didn't look very good on the skin. So this was a big time fail for me. I tried another sunscreen from this brand that I rather enjoyed. It was more of a moisturizer. So check out that video if you're interested in this brand. But this particular product for me was a definite fail. Although, like I said in that video, if you're somebody who really likes the Australian Gold Botanical Tinted Mineral Sunscreen, you may actually like this one. Just for me, I found it was too drying. Then another product fail. Y'all know I have really fallen in love with the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Lip Shines. I've got two of them that I alternate, the Radiant Rose, and I forget what the name of the other color is. They're very hydrating. They don't have any flavorants or anything. They have hyaluronic acid, which can help just improve hydration in the lips and kind of give them a plumping effect without being irritating. The color is nice. It stays on well. The formula is not too sticky. It doesn't do that stringy, tacky thing. Well, I've been seeing this product by Maybelline, which makes mascaras that I swear by. Maybelline mascaras are really good. I've been seeing this product on TikTok, and a viewer actually sent it to me. Thank you so much. It is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss with hyaluronic acid. So I was pretty excited to try this one out. I'm actually wearing it right now so you guys can see what it looks like, because I think it looks really pretty on the skin. This is shade 020 or Sun, and I was optimistic that this would be, you know, perhaps similar to the Hydro Boost Hydrating Lip Shines, but it's not. First of all, it's very sticky, so if you have long hair, it's going to, you know, it sticks to your face, which I don't care for. And it doesn't last very long in contrast to the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Lip Shines that I like so much. It doesn't stay on the lips for very long. It comes off pretty easily. It's actually more on the drying side. While it markets itself as hyaluronic acid, I think the formula overall, the hyaluronic acid, I don't know. I don't think it's really, it's hard to comment on to what extent hyaluronic acid is really, you know, is it a very small amount? It's hard to say for sure. Yeah, I don't really get that same fullness hydration. I find that this product is actually a lot more drying. It has a lot of other ingredients in it. I think they give it more of a shellac shimmer look, which is nice cosmetically, but it doesn't really do the moisture piece, which is really what I'm looking for in a product. For my purposes, that's what I choose in a lip gloss like this. I want something that's actually moisturizing, is going to help reduce lip dryness, but also, you know, have that nice little tint. I don't want like shimmer, shine, glitter, all that kind of stuff, especially if it doesn't stay on. So I didn't care for that. It does have fragrance, which I usually, you know, point out as something that's irritating. Of course it is. The fragrance in this actually is not too bad. It's kind of a vanilla scent, taste, fragrance, flavorance, they overlap. But in a lip care product, they are often a trigger for lip irritation, chapped lips, dryness. That being said, I actually do kind of enjoy the flavor in this. It's kind of pleasant, almost like you've been eating some kind of a candy. I don't know, I kind of like it, but it still can be irritating. I will say this, I rather like the applicator. The doe foot applicator really is much better than the Neutrogena Hydro Boost one. It's not as, it's more generous, it's more lip size. The Hydro Boost one is a little bit too small. Sometimes the lip products, they can be too large. This is kind of like the Goldilocks of lip product applicators, this doe foot. It's just right. It's soft, it spreads the product on really well, and it doesn't require a lot of finesse. I don't know, the formula overall didn't work out well for me. I noticed on Ulta's website, Ulta carries this. You can get it at the drugstore too, I mean, it's Maybelline. But I noticed that they have a variety of different shades. So I think some people will end up really liking this a lot, especially if you like lip glosses, but for me, it was just not a win. Didn't hold up well. All right, so those are the skincare products that were a fail for me this month. Obviously, I've talked about this in my sunscreen review, but this was a win for me. The La Roche-Posay Anthelos UVMune 400 SPF 50. A viewer sent this to me from France, and so thank you so much. I love this. This is a cream version of their new sunscreens. It's got their new UV filter, UVMune, which is great in that it's very innovative in that it protects from longer wavelengths of UVA rays. Those are the rays that penetrate really deeply. Up until this point, there really hasn't been a sunscreen filter that protects from those particular wavelengths of UVA, which is really helpful for people who have skin diseases that are sensitive to those wavelengths, specifically polymorphous light eruption and hyperpigmentation. So this was an exciting innovation that came out, and I was really glad to have the opportunity to try this product, and I love it. It doesn't burn or sting around the eyes. It's not too matte. It's not too shiny. It's moisturizing. It's not drying. It doesn't pill or ball. It's water resistant. If I didn't already mention, I can easily tolerate it around the eyes. It doesn't run into my eyes and cause stinging or blurry vision or anything like that. Now, they have also a fluid version. Now, as you guys who watch my vlogs know, I had the opportunity this month. I was invited to travel to Paris to go to a meeting where I presented, which was a really great opportunity for me. And at that meeting, they actually gave us the fluid version of this, the liquid. So I'll be trying that one out. But I've heard from you guys that you don't like that one as much as the older formula, the Shaka fluid. Some of you like it, some of you don't notice a difference, but others have commented that you want the old formula back. So I'll be intrigued to try that one out myself. But the cream version is really nice in my opinion because it is pretty moisturizing. It's not drying or anything. Definitely, you know, if you have the ability to access this, to get it, try it out. I really like the cream version. It's great. There's no cast, no fragrance, if I didn't already mention that. Water resistant. This is a great one. Highly suggest it. Now, this is not a new product for me, and you guys are like, gosh, she's always mentioning this, but it bears mentioning because it really came into my skincare routine a lot this month, and it's the CeraVe Healing Ointment. Y'all know I love this product. It is a petrolatum ointment. It has ceramides and hyaluronic acid. The ceramides are helpful for the skin barrier, and the hyaluronic acid can help with pulling moisture into the stratum corneum to help plump up skin cells and just kind of smooth everything out, improve skin cell turnover. You have the petrolatum that really traps water in the skin. It's a fantastic product. I've raved about it for years. I use it, on my lips a lot. But this past month, I've been doing body slugging. You've probably heard of slugging, where you put petrolatum, like Vaseline, on your face. And that's great for, dry skin. Not everyone tolerates doing it, especially people who have oily and or acne prone skin. Sometimes they don't, that approach is just not right for them. Regardless, I have been doing body slugging, specifically just to my arms and my legs this past month, several times a week at nighttime. Basically what I do is when I get out of the shower, pat dry my skin of excess water so it's still damp but not like soaking wet. And I put this on my arms and my legs. And then, I get my pajamas, and for pajamas, I typically wear like loose shorts and a tank top or, a loose t-shirt. But I put on over that a robe, an old robe. So I do the robe not only to trap it in my skin and help it dry in, but I stay up for, I don't know, about an hour and a half after I get out of the shower. And I don't want the healing ointment, when I sit down to get on chairs and stuff. So I use the robe to kind of trap this up to my skin and prevent it from smearing all over the place. I actually will go to bed wearing the robe, but by the time I get in the bed, the healing ointment is soaked in enough that I could take the robe off and sleep comfortably without it. I just kind of like doing that anyways. So the following morning when I get up, my skin on my arms and legs is very soft, supple, hydrated. It looks like it took 10 years off the skin on my arms and my legs. I just find, at least for me personally, I tend to get a little negligent when it comes to skincare for like my upper arms and my thighs, because those areas are covered. I just forget about them. And they can just start to look a little dull, lifeless, and this really rejuvenates the skin there. So I highly suggest doing that. Not only have I been doing that this month, but when I traveled for, the airplane travel, so, it's a long flight, the air is very dry. I ended up putting this a little bit on my cheeks and to my eyes, and this really performs well as an eye cream. You don't want to use a ton, just a tiny amount to like your upper eye and take it out and under the eyes. And it really does brighten them up, hydrate that skin, smooth everything out. I've been really happy with this. And it also just kind of makes your cheeks look a lot more radiant if you just put a little here. Now, again, if you have acne prone skin, you may not get along well with that, but it's worked out really well for me around the eyes, especially on the plane when it can be so drying. All right, so those are skincare favorites from the month. Not too much new that I liked. Other than that sunscreen, but that's pretty much it. I tend to just favor the same products over and over again, but this past month I've really been leaning into this in a variety of different ways, so I thought I would share that with you guys again. This past month I've been reading and listening to a few books, but I haven't finished any of them, so I don't have a book to share with you this month, but I will have hopefully several next month, so stay tuned for that. But movie update. On the plane I watched two movies that I really enjoyed. One of them was called 4 Good Days. It had Mila Kunis and Glenn Close, about a gal who is struggling with drug addiction. She comes home to detox and to pursue sobriety with her mother, and it's just about their relationship and going through this. I really enjoyed it. It was good, and I thought Mila Kunis did a really good job. She usually does. It was entertaining. I would definitely recommend it. You guys know me, I like that type of movie. I like stories about people struggling with addiction. I don't know why. It's just, I find it very interesting. So I rather enjoyed that. And then I watched another movie called The Fallout. I don't know the names of the actresses, but it was very good and I highly recommend it. It was about a school shooting and just how these girls dealt with the trauma of it, and it was really good. So I rather enjoyed that one. Timely, unfortunately, with everything that has been going on in our world lately. But yeah, I recommend that one. It was very well done. So those are the movies that I watched. I had a great trip to Paris. If you watched my vlogs, I was able to get some sightseeing. You know, I went for work. I was invited to give a talk, which went really well. Everybody was very nice. They had a lot of things arranged for us to do and see there. So I had a fantastic time and I really enjoyed the hotel. But something that I took with me on my trip, which I really enjoyed, I want to share with you guys, is this water bottle. It's called A5, like the notebooks, but it's flat. This water bottle was so handy for carrying around. It was just a lot easier to carry this than a cylinder water bottle. It just holds up against it like you're carrying a book, and this a lot less cumbersome than a cylinder water bottle. It slides into your bag easily, it doesn't leak, and you can keep these in the refrigerator and they take up so much less space. Like my refrigerator, I'm always juggling around like where to put the water bottles. They take up a lot of space in there. I like to fill, you know, I refill the same water. I refill water bottles, keep them in the refrigerator. I like cold water, but it ends up taking up a lot of space in my fridge. These, you can just slide in and they're very svelte, take up very little space. I think they make them in other sizes too. I'll have to look. Highly recommend these. I've been really happy with it, and it fits in the dishwasher like a dish. You know, that's another awkward thing about water bottles. I put mine in the dishwasher, like I have the Nalgene ones. I put them in the dishwasher all the time, but they don't always like fit on the, whatever the dishwasher prongs are well, but this fits into the dishwasher just like a dish upside down, so it'll wash into the bottle. So really a lot easier to wash than many other water bottles can be. Like, I find that water bottles that you have to use that little bottle brush thing, it's like, okay, how am I gonna keep up with that? Probably not so great. So that was a win. And then another one, you guys know I really like notebooks. I use these to jot down notes and to write out stuff that I'm going to talk about in my videos with you guys. But this is a new notebook for me. It's by the company Paperage, and I love it. It's dot grid paper, and it's got a little bookmark built in. And then it's got an elastic to keep the book closed. Pretty inexpensive. You can get them on Amazon. Then in the back of the notebook, there is a folder, so you could put notes and things. It also comes with, ooh, I didn't even notice this. It also comes with these labels, so you can label stuff in the book. Really love these. If you like jotting down notes, journaling, definitely get one of these. They're great. Very high quality paper too, not too thin. I can't stand really thin paper. I don't like it. This is like, you know how I'm always raving about the quality of the paper in the Erin Condren notebook? This is competitive with that, I would say. This is competitive with that for sure. I mean, really nice thick paper. And the book stays flat, you know, when you're writing on it, it stays open, stays flat. Love it. Highly recommend these. This actually came in a PR package. Like, it came as a gift in a PR package, but you can get them on Amazon, and I'm definitely ordering more because I use these little notebooks all the time. See how svelte that is, the water bottle and my notebook? Definitely recommend that. All right, you guys, that's everything from this past month. I had a great time with you all going to France. I hope you enjoyed those vlogs and the rest of my reviews from the month and videos and vlogs. Thank you guys so much for all of your support and everything that you watch and comment and engage on. You know, it really helps my channel out, and I'm very appreciative of you guys and your time. You have no idea how much I appreciate you guys engaging with my content. It just really helps out my videos to be shown to more people, which is, you know, the goal. So I hope you guys are having a great start to June. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends. And as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.